Friday is brought to you by Colib Cafe.
This is News on Friday.
Hello, when it's Friday, you know it's News on Friday. All the notable events, weather, and sports. On the program this week, President William Samoei Arap Ruto reassures the youth of his administration's plan to create more job opportunities for the young people in the Republic. Later on, we'll find out what the Second Lady is saying as far as youths are concerned and environmental conservation. And also, later, we find out the difference between a CV and a resume, courtesy of Paminus Wainaina. Live from the Koilib TV studios here at Egerton University, Kenya, we put the shoe on the other foot with all the latest stories this week. I'm Caleb Koyo. Let's get going. Now, President William Ruto was in Kiganjo, where he commissioned the modernized Kenya Cooperative Creameries Kiganjo factory on the 8th of August 2023. President Ruto said that milk production will be doubled in the next 5 years to expand opportunities for farmers. He said that the government has put in place a solid plan that will see production increase from 5.2 billion liters to 10 billion liters a year. According to a research by Kenya Institute of Public Policy Research and Analysis, the dairy sector employs about 1.8 people directly and indirectly.
Tunataka kuongeza maziwa tunayozalisha kama taifa kutoka lita bilioni 5.2 mpaka lita bilioni 10. That is our plan in the next 5 years to increase milk production in Kenya from 5.2 billion liters to 10 billion liters. Maziwa inatupatia karibu bilioni 200 kila mwaka. In fact, it is among the highest influencers of our incomes as a nation. Maziwa ambayo inafanywa processing, maziwa ambayo inauzwa bado haijafanywa processing, na tunazidi na kutafuta mbinu na namna ya kuhakikisha kwamba we do more processing of our milk, do less sale of raw milk, because by doing more processing, we add more value and farmers get a better pay for their milk.
Now, Youth Enterprise Development Fund is a state corporation under the Ministry of Public Service and one of the Vision's 2030's flagship projects to address challenges faced by youth unemployment, with its main aim as turning youth into job creators. They visited Murang'a County to see the success stories, and they were actually happy to note huge shifts in how the youth from the county view employment and the steps they're making towards financial freedom. Take a look.
Kwa majina naitwa James Kang'ethe Mungai. Mimi ni veterinarian by training, nafanyia hapa Kadara Sub County, Kagodoini Ward. Mimi ni beneficiary wa Youth Fund. Pesa ya kwanza yenye tulipewa ilikuwa 1 million, hiyo tuliweza kumaliza kulipa. The second time tukapewa 2.8 million. Hiyo iliniwezesha kuexpand biashara yangu na nimebakisha tu miezi kidogo nimalize. Na hii pesa haina speed kwa kulipa, unalipa haina interest kubwa. Kwa ile pesa nilipata nimeweza kuanzisha kampuni. Nimenunua mixer machine ambayo itugharimu 500,000 na products zetu tayari zimepita KEBS. Tumeweza kununua shamba yenye tayari tumefanya architectural work, tumechora store, tumepata NEMA approval na tumelipa City Council. Lakini hakukosagi challenges kwa sababu mwenye aliuza hiyo shamba amekataa kutransfer. Kwa hivyo ningewarn youths, mkipata pesa jaribu kutafuta advisors before uendelee na project yako. Kingine ningetaka kusema ni kushukuru government juu ya hii mradi, na I hope the coming government itaendelea na hii mradi juu inasaidia sana youths. Kwa sasa nimeweza kuemploy mtu mmoja permanent. Kitambo nilikuwa nachukua jamaa wa skudi, sasa hivi niko na mtu permanent. Pia nakuwa na watu 3 wa part time. Sasa kulingana na masomo yenye tulisoma, I would not like kuleta investor in my business because nataka hii biashara iendelee for a long time ikiwa kwa mkono yangu. Sasa I would like a loan rather than kuleta investors in my business. Ndio store tunaita Jojani Feed Store. Tunafanya production ya livestock supplements. Hiyo ni chupi ya ng'ombe na protein supplements pia na vitamins tunafanya. Huwa nasaidiwa na bibi. Yeye mara mingi anasimamia pale kwa duka. Mimi naenda field day na watu wenye wamesomea veterinary tunaenda tunafanya extension work. As a way of marketing our product. Tunajaribu sana tunaelimisha wakulima.
Kwa majina naitwa Anastasia Elimo. James ni bwana yangu. Tunafanya kazi na yeye. Mimi ndiye nafanya day to day na activities pale kwa duka. Yeye akiwa field. Na promote chumvi yetu hiyo Georgia maziwa. Na najaribu kuelimisha customer. I am a veterinarian by profession. So customer akikuja pale hapati challenges. Personally, Youth Fund imepromote mpaka nyumba yangu. Zimefanya nikuwe kitu yenye sikukuwa nayo. Nimeweza kununua fridge yenye sina, nimeweza kununua lea watoto. Standard of living imepanda, si kama venye nilikuwa bila loan. So nashukuru sana. Na nasema asante kwa Youth Fund.
Youth Enterprise Fund Murang'a County, so far we have been able to train over 1,000 youth groups, and we have disbursed over 30 million to youth in different businesses and individual loans. And we're still doing that because it's not an exact number, but we're still training them and talking to them and advising them that the government is together with them. They should not feel disappointed. I know their youth may be asking why their money has delayed. They have not yet received their funds, but it was due to COVID, and now but things are going to be well and they're going to get their money in their accounts as soon as possible.
The purpose of the Vision 2030 Delivery Secretariat basically is to coordinate, spearhead the implementation of programs, and specifically for today we have partnered with the Youth Enterprise Development Fund, which has funded projects across the country in all the 47 counties. Many youths have had an occasion to benefit from the Youth Fund, and they have also been able to contribute to growth of the economy. They have also been able to create employment. So in actual sense, they are contributing greatly to the Vision 2030 achievement. This is because, yes, the youth are a majority in our country, as you all may know. Over 70% of the Kenyan population are between the ages of 15 to 35. And therefore, this is a very important constituent of group of people that must be involved in the economic agenda. Otherwise, if they are not properly engaged, we might not get to where we would have desired to be.
Population Services Kenya is the leading social behavior change organization in Kenya with 31 years of experience. They use private sector techniques to make health markets work for consumers. Their project Binti Shupavu is changing the lives of young girls in Narok.
Kwa majina ni Anne Wanjiko, naishi tu hapa Narosura. I'm 20 years old, sina mtoi. Nilijua Binti Shupavu kupitia Alice, alinipata hapo kwa kazi yangu. Akaniambia, hey Anne, kuna Binti Shupavu unaweza join kiasi? Nikaambia sawa. Venye nilikaa kwa kibanda nikaambiwa, nika make step ya kwenda kujua more. So for the first time yenye nilienda nikapata wanafunza kuhusu family planning. Nikaamua kujoin. So tukafunzwa tips za family planning. Ya kwanza ilikuwa kuwekwa shindano. Ya pili kutumia pills. Na ya tatu na ya nne. Then tukafunzwa kuhusu lishe bora. Lishe bora sasa zenye msi yako pregnant. Food zenye anafaa kula. Like achanganishe ikuwe balanced diet, askule nini pekee, maybe vitamins for long, cause itakuwa sawa na mtoi. Then nyumba ikuwe safi, as in usafi everywhere. After that, tukafunzwa kuhusu savings. Saka mimi niko na kibanda. For the first time sikuwa najua kuhusu kitu kama savings, nilikuwa najipata edo zangu nimebuy credit, soda nini. Sasa tukafunzwa nikajua pesa fulani nikipata nitaweka kwa nini, kwa kazi ingine niweke kando for emergency. Sasa vile nimesema kuhusu biashara yangu, sasa nafanya hiyo biashara kwa zinataka kurudi shule at least kani college niweze kufanya hospitality, niingie hizo vitu za kupika ni nini, ndio at least nipate a small idea nikienda kufanya ya hostess venye nitaserve watu na kuhandle. Sasa hiyo saving yangu itanisaidia nikienda shule, pesa zangu nitaweza kuzifanyia kitu fulani ni maybe sitaweza kuambia wazazi. Sasa itanisaidia tu kiasi, maybe kama nataka ka shopping kiasi nilikuwa nimetumia sitaitisha zingine, nitatumia kutoka kwa mfuko. Nafurahia kukuwa binti shupavu na pia na encourage au wasichana wengine wakuja tujoin tuweze kuendelesha mtu ajijenge kimaisha.
Now, from Narok, we move on. The International Association of Human Values is a global network of volunteers, trainers, innovators, and impact creators. They actually focus on integrated development and sustainability of human values, and they've been doing this since 1997. Their Level 2 program, also called Silence Program, was launched for youth in Kenya to experience the benefits of deeper meditations, processes, and also enhance their confidence and abilities to overcome their challenges and improve their mental well-being.
The art of living, I can say it's really an art, and on my perspective, it's also a science. Because if you can relax the muscles of the brains and control them in a way that you feel you are relaxed and it relaxes the whole body, so you're connecting the mind and the brain. I've never seen such a technique in my life. So it's a very powerful technique. We are University of Nairobi student. I'm still a student there.
I was told to join this program by Peter. I was so nervous because I don't like sitting at one place. So when I joined the program and the details, I just feel.
My name is Wasia Ali from Coast, Kwale County. I'm 25 years old, being Roland with Madam Nemo, and from that point, my life changed a lot because I was someone that I even feel myself, but now I'm really changed, and this course helped me so much.
For me, I think I should be doing it often because, I had so much in mind when I was coming. So when I gave away my phone and I was just like silent, my mind is free. I can think straight now.
Earned in this family, now take care of each other and make sure that you don't lose your way.
Also this week, Nakuru County Executive Member for Youth, Sports, Gender and Social Services, Madam Josephine Atieno, officially inaugurated the Naivasha and Gilgil Coffee Bar Dialogue to commemorate the start of the International Youth Week. Achieng revealed that the Governor Susan Kihika will unveil the youth policy on the 12th of August, which aligns with the objective of formulating a youth policy to guide the establishment of various initiatives, including a county patriotic youth program to engage school leavers in a 3-month volunteer services. Also, this week, Lazima Iwak, Nairobi County Governor Sakaja, actually completed the test run of his Dishi in a County initiative. The 1.2 billion county initiative actually seeks to ensure that the kids in Nairobi get food This is actually a very good thing. We take a very short breather here on News on Friday. We still have much more stories coming on the news today, including the difference between a CV and a resume. Don't go too far.
The future is youthful. The future is skillful. The future is you. Kama kijana, all you need is a chance and a place to apply your knowledge and skills to shape future yako. Technical and vocational education and training zinakupea the life skills zenye zitakuwezesha kushape future yako. Kwa kudevelop professional interest, talents na passion zako, una gain power ya create jobs, drive entrepreneurship na increase socio-economic prospects zako.
I came here to shine. The reason I don't want killing at my shows.
Are you ready for the future? Ujuzi ni kazi.
It's buried in my soul. Najua mimi ndo next.
Welcome back. Now, according to Forbes, a common mistake many people make is that they think a resume and a CV are the same. No, they're not interchangeable. Both need to capture attention very quickly with an impressive content and easy to read formatting actually. And they must market you in the best way possible. But beyond that, they're very different documents. So let's bring in Pamina Swainaina, the CEO Corporate Staffing Service Limited, a leading HR firm based in Nairobi, Kenya.
So before I tell you the difference, Cynthia, so both documents are important when it comes to job application, but they serve different purpose. Yeah. So to start off, when you're talking about a resume is a shorter version of a CV. And what you'll find with a resume, you emphasize more of your achievements as opposed to a CV, which can be lengthy and includes all the information about the jobs, the qualifications, and the experiences that you've had. So mostly you'll find a CV may be an ideal CV, especially with someone who has experience. Let's say you've worked for over 4 years and above, you'll find a CV can be 3 or 4 pages. Whereas a resume, it should be quite brief and to the point. Yeah. So it's always recommended for a resume not to go beyond 2 pages. Yeah. Then the other thing I would want to point out is that in Kenya or in Africa, you'll find mostly what's applicable. Majority of the HR managers, employers, recruiters will require a CV from you, the long format. Yeah. Unfortunately, on the other side, I've seen in the Western world, most of them you go for a resume. Yeah. So here, an employer would want to get to know you in detail, which I think it's more of a practice because it's not something which is written somewhere that you have to send a CV, but you find over time that is what majority of the employers have adopted. However, it doesn't mean you can't send a resume, but it's good to have that at the back of your mind. Yeah, and you know, job searches, there are so many changes. Yeah. For example, nowadays we even talk about an ATS CV. A lot of also employers would also require you to fill a form, you know, as opposed to you even applying directly. Yeah, so those are just some of the things to have in mind.
Yeah. And while you're talking about that, tell us when to use now a resume and when to use a CV.
So I would say, from where I sit, if you're an experienced professional, then and you have a track record, then a resume will be more applicable than a CV. Yeah. Why? Because you build a profile, you do have achievements. Yeah. So for example, let's say you are working as a chief accountant. So it goes without saying that whoever is looking to hire a chief accountant, if that's the job title you're applying, they more or less have an idea of who a chief accountant is. Yes. So briefly, what is required of you in a resume is for you to summarize what were you doing as a chief accountant, your major responsibilities. So no more than 3 sentences. and in a paragraph form. And then what you then highlight are more of achievements, and you can indicate 3 or 4, as opposed to a CV where it will be heavy on the job description, on the task that you used to perform, and then you'd only have 1 or 2 achievements. Yeah. So to say the more you experience in your career, the better. Yeah. Also, however, there are also employers who are quite specific. So there are some who ask for a resume and some who ask for a CV. So obviously, if you encounter one who's asking for a resume, it goes without saying that you've got to use a resume. Yeah. But if you're starting in your career and you don't have much to show in terms of experience, or let's say, you are really not experienced, then I would prefer you use the CV, because then you'll be able to capture your experience in a broader way, and someone can be able to pick on the transferable skills.
In other news this week, Second Lady Pastor Dorcas Rigathi held a series of meetings with senior officials from the World Food Programme, International Fund for Agriculture Development, and Food Agriculture Organization in Italy to explore areas of collaboration in the empowerment of the youth in Kenya. Pastor Dorcas said that it was unfortunate that the country, with an energetic and willingly huge population of young people, approximately 60%, was not actively involved in the contribution of the country's economy through businesses, entrepreneurship, and white-collar jobs. She added that creation of jobs for youth was a key priority for the Kenya Kwanza government. Let's listen in.
The youth are the same people we can use as drivers for environment issues. So when it comes to planting trees and having that initiative that will mitigate the environmental factors, youth, again, will be our best bet and an opportunity to invest in. And it is a good investment, because we are talking about people who are energetic, people who would be willing, but this investment, Baba, is something that gives them return, as you are saying, decent wages, decent returns, and creating market. And from the conference that we are in right now, we are talking about this financing and creating structures where we are feeding schools. And now we must prepare our youth to go back to the farm and be able to be the local producers who we are going to uptake their crop.
Now, eWorker is a platform for commuter and commercial micromobility fleets. They combine hardware, software, and servicing to respond to the increasing urban transportation needs in the continent while addressing the major climate challenges of this critical sector. Through their integrated platform solution approach, they eliminate many of the operational challenges that normally occur for the e-mobility business, but most importantly, they provide employment opportunities. Here is Brutus' testimony.
Hello guys, my name is Brutus. eWorker has given me a platform to be able to employ myself because the use of e-bikes facilitates delivery of products from one place to another. This could not be possible if the e-bikes were not available based on the high prices of fuel at this moment. Personally, I am a university graduate. I've done a course on operative management, but I've not been able to get into that sector because of the high unemployment rates. So being able to join eWorker and partner with Bolt for delivery has been a life-changing experience for me, because I'm now able to pay my bills, I'm now able to pay my rent, and I'm now able to employ myself. So this is a good opportunity for other youth as well, because they can be able to join the e-bike movement and be able to employ themselves in diverse areas of courier and delivering different products based on the fields that they'll be in. So personally, this is a good opportunity for me because I'm able to work while also safeguarding the environment, because these e-bikes entirely don't exhume any carbon into the environment. And at the same time, I'm able to get opportunity to pay my bills, to be able to, be able to also get back something for my family back at home, my mom and everything. So I'm also in a better position to be able to to be mentally straight because I have something for myself and for the society at large. So the e-bikes is a revolution that serves the environment, and at the same time it gives the youth an opportunity to be able to employ themselves and be able to be productive in the society. Thank you.
Now, droughts occur when prolonged periods of drier than average weather lead to shortages in water supplies. The extent of droughts can vary by region, and long periods of drought can have widespread effects on the lives of children and families around the world, actually. Droughts threaten the lives of millions of children around the world, and today, almost 160 million children are exposed to severe and prolonged droughts. By 2040, it's estimated that 1 in 4 children will be living in areas with extreme water shortages. So let's listen to the kids, what they think about the drought and how this actually affects them.
Right now in Garissa County, we are facing adverse climate change. The weather has changed so badly that it's either very hot during the day or very cold during the night. And then there's scarcity of water. This is affecting us so much because we barely have any water to do anything. So it's affecting our school, it's affecting our lives at home.
The problems that are rising from the world right now is the drought, famine.
It's really affecting us. It's affecting all of us, and probably us the most because we are children and this is our future that is at risk.
Mifugo yote karibu wote wamekufa au wanaishi tu bila kitu hapa.
Tunaenda shuleni siku zingine bila kukula kitu chochote kwa sababu hatuwezi bata. Hapa ni ukame, hatuwezi tafuta na shambani. Tuko na hiyo ukame.
Mara kwa mara hatuwezi bata chakula kila siku. Singine tunaenda shule bila kukula kitu.
Shida ya kwanza kuna ukame. Sisi tunaenda hapa shule na shule yetu hakuna mwalimu. Walimu wote walikataa hapa kwa ajili ya bila maji. Tena tunaosha uniform by week 1 day. Siku moja tu ndio tunaosha Monday. Hiyo siku nyingine hatuwezi bata maji. Tulitafuta mwalimu mwingine, tunalipa pesa kidogo. Hiyo pesa kidogo sisi hatuwezi tulipa kwa sababu mifugo yetu wote ndio walikufa ukame.
I can clearly see that these people are depending on animal to carry out their day-to-day basis, their day-to-day activities. So for me, I think if the animals that they are using have died, then automatically the next one to die will be the humans itself. So bringing an extinction of human life.
I've got responsibilities to the world. I'm a savior. I can save the world through coming up with ways on how to curb climate change.
Back in my village, I'm going to educate the children on recycling, like when they use the plastic bottles they used to drink water, instead of throwing it away, they have to take it in order to be recycled and reused again, like planting trees, deforestation. When one tree is cut down, they have to plant 2 more.
I'm happy because you are educating us and we are future leaders and the society eyesight. Yeah, you are educating us, and inshallah after this session we're gonna spread it to the society.
I'm interested in joining the Save the Children because there's a lot of things they have taught us on helping the children, educating them on some things which they don't know back in our village.
Educating the children, they are the voice of the children who are not having the opportunity to speak directly to the government. It's like they are linking us and the government. So I want to really appreciate the Saving Children.
I am so happy and grateful to Save the Children. You have come here and you have educated us and you have informed us of all the things that are affecting us and the climate change that is affecting the world at large. And I am thankful now that I have learned so much. Rest assured that I'm going to go and teach others.
Now, it's very important for us to take care of the kids who actually live in drought-prone areas. It's very, very important because if you see these projections, by 2040, it's estimated that 1 in 4 children will be living in areas with extreme water shortages. We really have to do something right now. But we continue with the broadcast this week. In case you missed, More women from 6 coastal counties are expected to be trained to better exploit opportunities in blue economy. This is after the validation of a feasibility study that delved into the needs of women from Mombasa, Kilifi, Kwale, Taita Taveta, Tana River, and Lamu counties in the blue economy. The study undertaken by the Basket One Consulting and Advisory Limited revealed that there is need to better equip women with more skills needed to better exploit available opportunities in the sector. Also this week, Kibarazani Youth Group, of course this is a very, very nice initiative. A dedicated group of young individuals is making a positive impact on their community and the planet through their innovative plastic bottle recycling initiatives. Through their passion and hard work, they are turning what was once considered waste into valuable resources. The Kibarazani Youth Group collective's effort have raised awareness about plastic pollution and fostering a sense of environmental stewardship among the local population. Their story serves as an inspiration for communities worldwide to come together and make a difference. Thank you for watching News on Friday this week. Sports is up next. Don't go too far.
Zima na moto, fate mototo, keni chocho kwa chocho, joto kwa joto, zima na moto, nifate mototo, chocho kwa chocho, would you dance to the shoko?
It's E. Kelly.
Welcome back. This is News on Friday. I'm Caleb Koyo and let's talk sports. Now, the 9th edition of the FIFA Women's World Cup is on, and what a tournament we are having, guys. Women football is not the future. It's happening right now. One of the most outstanding players in the tournament has been Colombians forward Linda Caicedo, aka the Magician. She is breaking records after records in this tournament. Linda Caicedo is the first player to represent her country in an under-17, under-20, and the FIFA Women's World Cup in the same calendar year. Those are 3 major tournaments. Her journey so far so good. Includes a professional and international debut at 14, a cancer diagnosis at 15, and a move to Real Madrid in the same year. At 18 years and 153 days, she's the second youngest South American player to score a goal in the history of the tournament, with only Brazilian icon Mata doing so at a younger age. Born in the town of Candelaria, Caicedo came from a poor background and has never forgotten the sacrifices needed to get her to this point. She recently traveled to her hometown and donated goods to people living with disabilities and the poor. And also worth noting is that the media was not invited. So she did that in very good faith. So it's cool to see. Now, to other sports stories this week, Narok North Member of Parliament Agnes Pareyo wants the National Government Constituency Fund to partner with FKF to boost sport at the grassroots level among young people so as to nurture their talents and avoid being idle. Pareyo was speaking this week during the launch of the Narok North CDF partnership with the FKF tournament at the Masai Mara University Playground. Let's listen to her.
Wawe marafiki na wakutane, wabadilishe maoni, hata yao wawasaidiane na wajuane. Kwa hivyo mpango yetu ni hao vijana 480. Hiyo mambo ingine, pombe, bwana DCC, tusaidiane. Hao watoto wetu, we don't want to lose our, kuwaomba kwamba DCC, angalia hapa majengo hii, hata ukipita pale majengo juu, kuna vitu mbaya hapo sana. Mbaya. Tuma watu wako waangalie. Ili hawa watoto wetu, we want to save our youth. Kwa sababu we love them na tunajua hao ni watu wa maana.
Na mheshimiwa, nataka kupatia pongezi sana kwa sababu ya kukumbuka vijana, kuwapatia hii tournament, na najua uko na miradi mingi sana, uko na nia kubwa sana ya kuweza kuwa promote katika mambo ya michezo. Kwa hivyo langu mimi siku ya leo ilikuwa ni kuja kujumuika na mheshimiwa wetu katika hii sponsorship ambayo anaendesha ya vijana, hivyo hivyo kuja kuencourage vijana pia ya kwamba ule mkono wa buriani ambayo mheshimiwa amewapatia ya kuonyesha kwamba yeye anataka kuwa support katika mambo ya michezo, tafadhalini msije mkarudi nyuma. Tumeona kwamba michezo imeweza kuinua vijana na imeweza kuinua maisha ya watu wengi sana. Saa hizi najua hata nikiangalia hapa naona wengine wenu mmevaa t-shirt zile za English Premier League. Kumaanisha kwamba sote ni nyinyi nyote hapa ni wapenzi wa mambo ya mpira. Na mnajua wazi kabisa mpira siku hizi sio ile ya kuchezwa tu kama starehe. Hiyo pia siku hizi imekuwa ni kama lishe na imekuwa ni hali ya uchumi na ajira. Kwa hivyo zile opportunities ambazo tunapata tusitumie vizuri ili tuhakishe kwamba tunapata ajira. Yale yote ambayo mtasema niko na hakika kwamba mheshimiwa ataweza kuyashughulikia. Na sisi ile nafasi ambayo tutapata pia nasi tutajaribu mahali tunaweza.
That actually marks the end of the beam this week. But before I leave, some did you know that high heels were first designed for men? Though closely identified as a female fashion staple today, high heels were first designed for men. At the end of the 16th century, Persian-inspired style was at rage in Europe. According to a designer called Paul Getty, these things were actually made for men and they were supposed to boost the height of shorter men. So I don't know, if you are not blessed with height, just know that high heels that your girlfriend is putting on right now were originally designed for you. However way you decide to use this information, I don't know, man. You take care. I see you next week. So try some high heels this week. Tell me how that goes. I'm Caleb Koyo. Whatever you do this week, just be amazing.
KOLIB TV, empowering the youth.